Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute.
Smackdown!
On 5/15/03, we are in Baltimore, Maryland, and the man who starts this show...
Becky Lynch is here already? She's 20 years too early.
What I mean is, there is a man out here starting this show who has something to prove. That man is Chavo Guerrero. He just feels like it was a fluke that he lost last week.
Slept on a banana pill.
And so he's out here, and he's ready to prove, not just to Ran Eddie, but to himself, that he isn't the weak link of the group, and he is prepared to go the full 30 minutes, if that's what it takes, to
prove his dominance as
cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he has to go 29 minutes because he can't go 30. Even though
29, 59, you know.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna put some words in Taz's mouth.
What? Taz?
So Taz, he was talking to Joey Numbers, and the word on the street is. The word on the street is, I think the fix is in on this match. I don't know if you saw Cole, but Chavo's opponent, he's only got one leg. Like the kid out here, he's got a prosthetic leg. Like, yeah, he's definitely a cruiserweight. He's missing an entire finish.
Like he's missing 50 pounds.
What is Chavo doing? I'm telling you, the fix is in here, Cole. And Michael Cole's like, you realize that Zach Gowen is an athlete, right?
Yeah, you realize he does this shit.
He is a wrestler. He's like, and Cole's like, man, I saw some clips of him on the earlier when we were hyping him up. He was working out. And I saw him do a moonsault. Taz's like, moonsault? Come on now.
With one leg? Impossible.
That's crazy.
Dude, I can't even do a moonsault.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm one of the greatest.
Greatest ever lace up a pair of boots.
Exactly. And so the match actually is
29 minutes, 59 seconds.
It's everything that we've all seen and know of Zach Gowen.
Everything he's capable of.
The one-legged drop kick, the headlock takeover, the moonsault, as you know. But here's the biggest issue with the match. Obviously, Chavo didn't pay anybody off. It's not I went to that.
The fix was not impacted.
But Chavo, what he does is, and I think this is actually one of Chavo's greatest weaknesses
in overconfidence.
Wrestling. Yeah, exactly. It is the fact that he gets overly confident, because once Zach gets his stuff in, he becomes quite susceptible to Chavo getting his stuff in.
Yeah.
And so Chavo stops going for the win, and
that sounds like Chavo.
He's just having a good time, being dominant, playing to the crowd.
Taunts 3 times.
Exactly.
Really hits that D-pad.
And so, shockingly, Chavo loses track of time. Now, my match that starts the show doesn't go 45 minutes. It only goes 30. And so, while Chavo doesn't lose the match because it goes to the time limit, he didn't win the match. And so now he's mad at himself once again. And the thing is that while Chavo's mad at himself, Eddie is also mad at him. He comes out and he's like,
what are you doing?
He's like, this is while the match is still happening. He's like, have you not been paying attention?
Eddie's over here hitting this imaginary watch. He brings Ray over. He's hitting Ray's watch because I know Ray's always dripped out.
And so the thing is, like, it's like we see Eddie's vision, Eddie's dream falling apart before his eyes, and
he's powerless to stop it.
And so this match, it had a break during it because it was so long, but when we come back from a second break, we're backstage and Eddie, he's just going at it. He makes all kinds of derogatory remarks to Chavo about how he couldn't beat a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, that type of thing. And while
Eddie would make that so funny.
While Ray isn't happy that these guys are at odds, Ray once again has to get ready to go take on a giant. So he gives up.
Giant Slayer Mysterio.
He just throws his hands up. He's just like, "Can you guys quit it?" And he walks off because Ray's done with this.
Yeah.
He's just like,
this isn't what Ray signed up for.
And
he just wanted to hang out with his friends.
And so while Ray is walking off, we hear William Regal's music, and he, along with Bishop Storm, Queen Terry, and correct, come out with Night Test. And the reason that all of the Regal counter threat is here with Night Test is because they are preemptively celebrating the idea that one young Jamie Noble is going to fall short once again. So
I get it because he's short.
Well, what I mean is he's even more bandaged up this week than he was last week. So Jamie,
he's got his ribs taped. He's got that one bandage going over his shoulder.
And so Jamie,
kinesio tape hasn't been invented yet.
Correct.
So.
And so he's coming out here and he's trying his best to be his prior aggressive, strong-headed, strong-willed self, but Test wins with a big boot. There's a part of me that thinks, is Jamie got some head damage going on here? Like that was he basically maybe his head went into the third row. I'm not sure, but it's like, man, this is not the man we knew. And post match, we get a package that says coming next week for Matt Capitelli. So it's the culmination or the conclusion of the introductory,
whatever word you want to use.
for that character. And
so if you're done with packages, it's time to get into the rest.
And so while the Regal counter threat is celebrating in ring, Rook Nowinski takes the mic and he says, "I've seen for weeks now that we're promoting this blonde bimbo, this flavor of the week, Matt Capitelli. To me, he's no different than the winner of the original Tough Enough. The person who was better than me. Come on now, he wasn't better than me. Maven, Nydia wasn't better than me. Like, no winner of Tough Enough. I don't care if it's Linda Miles, Jackie Gata. No winner of Tough Enough is ever better or will ever be better than the Harvard graduate Christopher Rook Nowinski."
I always forget he went to Harvard.
Yeah, he was the original David Otunga.
Yeah.
And so, basically we're just putting the breadcrumbs down so everybody knows that even though it just said debuting next week, it's pretty obvious that...
Well, we know what his first match is going to be.
Well, this is his first feud.
Yeah.
And so...
Coming right in with the counter cut, though. That's going to be rough for him.
Right.
Best of luck, kid.
Yeah. Well, and much like how Capitelli is on a limited window, Rook Nowinski is similarly not
long for this business.
Business, exactly. So Ray is seen apologizing to Chavo and Eddie before he goes out. Like they meet him at the gorilla position and like, "Hey, sorry for the roughness." They're like, it's just what we do. We we butt heads. We're family, and they all hug. And Ray's like, just keep your cool, guys. We're gonna be all right.
Take it easy.
And so Ray tells them, he's like, "Head to the hotel. I'll see you there. I got business to take care of. So Ray goes out to ringside by himself while Eddie and Chavo head out to probably get a drink at the bar before. I mean, assuming that.
No, they don't drink anymore.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think Eddie does, but you know what I'm saying. They're gonna get good. You right with each other. So the reason I emphasize the fact that those two aren't here is because Ray comes out with his title, but Nathan Jones comes out with A-Train and Big Show.
Two big bodies.
And so it's basically 3-on-1 throughout. And I think
they got a good 700 pounds on it, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to say that for the very rare occasion, I'm going to have this match end in a noticeable disqualification. Because I so rarely use it, and Ray is so almost always able to overcome. So I'm just going to go ahead and just have the referee not be blind, or eventually see.
How the referees eyes work. We actually got a new pair of glasses.
and so Ray wins because Nathan Jones gets disqualified when the XL Factor just have too many shenanigans. And so in the main event match, which personally I think shouldn't be in this position, but Bill Goldberg is a hot commodity. He's a popular fella, and so
let's do that.
And so the Vince was a fan, so I'm letting him be in the main event. But part of me wants to flip flop this, but because Ray got the DQ finish, that's going to be the justification for Goldberg going on last.
That doesn't send the crowd on.
And so that's why we're going to get a clean contest between Rodney Mack, one of my all-time favorites, and Bill Goldberg. So this match is not counting The Rock, because that match was special, but not counting The Rock, this is Bill's hardest challenge since being in the company.
Makes sense.
So
TV champion.
Oh yeah, a man with a storied history in Alpha and Worldwide, being Bryan Danielson, Adam Copeland, The Undertaker. I might as well call him by his real name at this point, since I said everybody else too.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
but
you're like Adam Copeland. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Yeah,
in 2003.
So Edge. But my point is,
he's beating the top white boys in the industry.
Exactly. And so Rodney does, and it's funny because this in real life was the match that ended the White Boy Challenge.
Yeah, right.
Bill Goldberg was the white boy.
Yeah, he was the one.
He was the white boy that conquered all. And while yes, obviously Bill Goldberg does win this match,
I'm shocked.
The biggest takeaway
is that this match went 10 minutes.
Well, the biggest takeaway is post-match, while Bill Goldberg is celebrating, a masked wrestler attacks Rodney Mack.
Huh.
And while the wrestler's beating up Rodney Mack, Bill Goldberg...
We're talking like lucha mask or like a...
you ever played, I think it's WWE... No, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. They had a masked...
oh, okay, yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
It's like a bank robber type, mask.
Gotcha.
So you can see complexion, but not much. You
got eyes, mouth.
Yeah, but
and then a little bit of skin.
Not much detail. You can see the person's Caucasian.
Yep.
You can see some hair coming out the back, but it's like,
wrestlers
have hair and they have skin. So it's like who is
doesn't really narrow it down.
Exactly. So Bill being top guy, babyface
guy,
good dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't stand for Rodney Mack getting jumped.
Yeah.
So he turns around, he comes back, spears the hooded figure, and as he goes to grab for the jackhammer, the guy rolls out of the ring because I don't want it to be revealed who he is yet.
Yeah, eat a jackhammer.
And so well, it's not that he couldn't do it. I would be afraid. The hood would come off.
I'm about to say, if you get smacked with a jackhammer, your hood's coming off like the next 2 seconds.
And so I just don't trust Bill to do more than the spear. So the guy runs off.
Listen, he kills it at the spear. That's all we need.
And so we go home happy with a little dangling thread of like what is going on. Was the person only out against the MPAA? Was it just Rodney Mack? Is this person from Rodney Mack's past? Who knows? we better get a hold of Joey Numbers and
Joey Numbers.
But yeah, so like I said, it's just setting up some intrigue going forward, and given it's always nice to have a nice little whodunit.
Yeah, about to say I don't think we've had that yet, Nick.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but I mean, I like it. The what's going on here type scenario.
the whole Sherlock Holmes element. Like we gotta figure this out.
Wrestling is just great at everything.
Truly.